Before we got goats, I had tried goat's milk several different times from different people, and I thought it was absolutely disgusting. That is one of the reasons why my husband and I vowed we would never own goats on our farm. We would just get a dairy cow. I did learn that there are definitely different things you can do to make it not so goaty, and which made me willing to try having goats ourselves. And one thing that you find that can make a huge difference in the taste is the breed of goat. A lot of people don't talk about this. I think a lot of people just don't realize that the breed can make a huge difference. Quick story, a couple years ago, we went to go buy some more dairy goats for our farm, and we drove all the way up to Coeur d'Alene area, and this lady was selling about 20 goats, and she had 5 goats that were currently in milk, and we tried all of their milk. If you are looking for a dairy goat and you can try their milk, I would highly recommend it to do that before you buy them. So we tried these different goat's milks. Almost all of her goats were Saanens, which we currently have. She had one goat that was a quarter Nubian and 3/4 Saanen. That goat milk tasted goaty. Every Nubian goat's milk that I have tried, I do not like. Some people love Nubian goat's milk, but for me, I really don't like the taste. The goat's milk that I like the best is Saanen, which is why we personally raise Saanens. It tastes just like cow's milk, or even maybe a little bit sweeter than cow's milk. It has zero goaty taste and tastes absolutely amazing. There's some breeds I haven't tasted their milk, but that is something to consider, is the breed that you're looking at. It can definitely change the flavor of the milk, partially due to the fat content. It also has different protein levels and other things that can differ from goat breed to goat breed and goat to goat. Another big reason why goat milk can taste goaty is poor hygiene. Keeping your milk clean, keeping the environment that you're milking in clean is extremely important. Also, cooling it off quickly. The bacteria in milk doubles about every 15 to 20 minutes at 90 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Goat's milk comes out of the udders around 90 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you're not getting your milk cooled really, really fast and you milk a lot of goats, it takes you a long time to milk. Your milk is just sitting out until you get it to the fridge and you don't get it cooled down fast. Your bacteria content is just rising, which will definitely make your milk taste off. So what we do personally is we actually have ice water in our milking parlor, and we have our stainless steel milking bucket right there in the water. So as soon as we are milking, we're immediately straining it and putting it into a bucket with ice water. And that way it's getting cooled off as fast as possible. So getting your milk in ice water will cool it down so much faster than just like sticking it in the freezer or sticking it in the refrigerator. So make sure that you're milking as clean as possible. Wash your udders, dry your udders, make sure your milking area is clean, and that you're getting it cool as fast as possible. And that will majorly help improve the quality of your milk and the taste of your milk. Another reason for goaty milk can be what your goat is consuming. So there are many plants that goats love that can make their milk taste very odd and disgusting. I wouldn't say it's a goaty taste. For instance, garlic, onions. Around here we have knapweed and also something called oxeye daisy, which goats love. They'll just eat all of the flowers off the tops of oxeye daisy, and all of those will make your milk taste very gross. Like I said, it doesn't give it like a goaty taste. It gives it, like with garlic and onion, it's more like a garlicky onion taste. With oxeye daisy, it makes it taste kind of like green, I guess, but like in a gross way, like not like a nice green salad, but like, anyway, it's really gross. If you're pasturing your animals, which I highly recommend that you do, and you have a weed that you know makes the milk taste bad if they eat it in high quantities, just try to fence them out of the area that has a lot of the weeds in it. Usually to make the milk taste bad, they have to eat a very high quantity of it. So if there's just a few of those plants in your pasture, it's not going to make a big difference. But obviously it depends on what plant it is and how much they're eating. Also, that's why a lot of goat dairies, especially if they have large amounts of goats, they do not let their animals pasture They bring them all the hay, alfalfa, everything in their own pen because they can make the milk quality taste the exact same all of the time. But what happens is you really do miss out when an animal is grazing on a large variety of plants. They're getting different minerals, they're getting nutrients that they aren't going to just get if they're just eating the same thing day after day. And that not only helps them, but it also helps us too, because if they're not getting those, then it's not going to go into their milk and we're not going to get it either. So if you are getting milk from a dairy that pastures their animals, be aware that your milk is going to change flavor a little bit depending on what season it is. The last thing that we're going to talk about really changing the taste of your milk is mineral deficiencies. There are several: copper, zinc, cobalt, selenium, that can really change the flavor of your milk. If they do have a mineral deficiency, you'll be able to tell not just by the off-tasting milk, but there will be other signs that they are mineral deficient. Some of them include their coat not being shiny, but kind of being dull and like raggedy, them just kind of being like more lethargic, not having the energy that they normally have, having a lot of worm problems, not keeping weight like they should, having problems like hoof rot. Anyway, so there's a lot of signs that you can tell that they're mineral deficient instead of just their milk being off. So if you're paying attention to your goats, giving them the minerals that they need, you shouldn't really be dealing with that issue. But if you are looking to your feed, are you getting high quality feed? A lot of people believe that you can just feed a goat whatever, they'll eat anything. Totally false. Goats are extremely picky eaters. They need very high quality feed, especially if they're milking. That takes a lot of energy from them. So make sure that you're getting the highest quality feeds that you can. And then also, we have a whole wide range of minerals available to our goats. They have free choice of it, so they can eat what they need when they need it. And then we also pasture raise our animals. They go through woods, they go through our pasture, which also gives them the opportunity to eat to get the minerals they need from our ground as well. If you guys want me to go into more details about the minerals, what we give, I'd be happy to do that. Just let me know in the comments. The last thing I want to mention is the one false thing that I hear people say all the time, that if you do this, your milk will taste bad. And that is your buck being in with your girls all the time. Totally false. Our buck has been in with our girls most of the time, actually. He's with them. And our milk has never changed flavor because of that. It is a complete falsehood. So don't believe everything you hear on the internet. And if you're somebody who has had a bad experience with goat's milk and vowed you never have goat's milk again, try it again. Try to find a farm that, you know, follows good practices, and try it again, because it really is great. It's really good for you. It has more protein than cow's milk, has a lot of benefits. And goat's milk ice cream, cheese, yogurt, it's all amazing. So anyway, give it another try if you've had a bad experience. And if you like what you see, you thought this has been helpful, then like, subscribe for more videos just like this. And if you guys have any questions, anything you guys want me to cover, I would be more than happy to do so.